My uncle is acting strangely with my sister. To be blunt, I noticed that my uncle, 49M, has been paying a lot of attention to my sister, 14F. It's not just that he gives her more gifts or just prefers her, but whenever we show up to his house for a family event or just something similar, he always talks about how she looks and is always doing stuff like patting her lower back, rubbing her shoulders, or he'll grab her waist without warning. His gifts for her are also more expensive. It was fine at first. He was at my sister's birth and was one of the first to hold her, so she's always been his favorite to an extent, and he's always spoiled her. But it's like I blinked and he's suddenly acting like this. I don't know exactly when he started acting differently with her, but I noticed it a week ago, and we haven't been to his house since then. I've tried talking to my grandma about it, but she just brushes it off, and my parents are always too busy. I'm also scared of telling our other extended family because of the fact my grandma brushed me off the first time. What should I do? Because I don't want to just ignore it, but I'm also scared of telling anyone else in case I'm overreacting. Edit. 1 hour later. Edit. This isn't really an update, but for the comments who asked, I haven't talked to my sister about it yet, but am planning to do so later. We're at our grandma's house right now, and considering our grandma brushed off what I said, I don't want to cause too much of a fuss if she ends up hearing me bring it up again. I'm also planning to talk to our parents as soon as we get home. All your comments drilling it into my head that I had to tell them helped. Thank you for helping me not be a coward and for your guys' support in general. Some of OOP's comments. Commenter. Did you tell your parents? OOP. I've tried, but they both work and are frequently out of the house, so I haven't been able to really talk to them about it. Commenter. Do you literally never see them? It only takes 30 seconds to tell them. OOP. They work in the early morning up until nighttime. I'm usually at school or on the weekends at our grandma's house. It's why I told our grandma first, because I thought she would be able to tell my parents since they'd probably listen to her better than me. Commenter. Are your parents kind people? Do they have narcissistic tendencies? I'm asking because I grew up with a mother that was not all there and definitely had narcissistic traits, perhaps leaning towards schizoid, and a father that often tried to avoid all people and simply work and be alone a lot of the time. OOP. I don't really understand what you mean, but my parents do work a lot and they aren't abusive to me or my siblings. I just think they're overworked and don't have the time to worry about us. Commenter. Just curious, how old are you, OP? I'd rather say something and be wrong than not say anything and be right. OOP. I'm 16 and I agree. I'm just scared that I might be making a big deal out of nothing because of what I've seen accusations like this do to people. Update post 1. 13 hours later. Hi. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly, but I've seen people do updates this way before, so I'll just do it this way. First things first, thank you everyone for your comments and giving me advice. Second, I talked to my sister as soon as we got home from our grandma's and turns out she's aware that it's weird, but actually liked it at first. She said that our uncle is nicer to her than our parents and that the gifts are nice. She said that she only started feeling uncomfortable when he began to touch her, specific actions mentioned in my previous post. But that, because she's been accepting all his gifts for her, she thought it might be rude to start saying no now. I asked her when it started and she revealed he started touching her in that way when she turned 12. She said that he only did it when they were in her room. Since we visit so often, our uncle and aunt have set guest rooms for me and my siblings, and that was the reason why she has no locks on her door specifically. She also said that she was scared of telling anyone that she was weirded out by his behavior because both our grandma and aunt brushed it off when she was 12, saying that she's always been his favorite and that she was probably just misreading everything he was doing because she's a teenager now. I showed her your comments. She's never heard of the word grooming before, so she was pretty shocked and a little angry, saying that our uncle would never do something like that, but I managed to convince her to tell our parents about our uncle together, even if it was just to ask them to stop him from touching her. I've also sent texts to our parents about it, detailing that my sister is uncomfortable with how our uncle behaves with her, but our parents have yet to respond to any of the texts I've sent about our uncle and have just texted that we'll talk about it when we get home. They're both working late today and won't be home by nighttime probably. OOP's comment. My sister said that she talked to our aunt about it, but she brushed it off like our grandma did, and I'm not sure if I should bring it up to her again. For the video recording, I don't want to let my sister be in a situation where she has to be touched again on purpose in order for us to get something, but I also don't want to just say anything without having proof. I'm still figuring it out, but thank you for the advice. Update post 2. Next day. I'm sorry if this isn't allowed, moderators, but I'm just really confused, but also really angry right now and don't know how to fix that. Our parents got home an hour ago, and me and sister talked with them. In short, my mom was pissed and my dad was surprised, but he also revealed something. Turns out that he knew our uncle, his brother for context, had been acting weirdly with my sister, but didn't do anything because he didn't think he'd ever try anything with his kids, and that he thought he had changed. He said that our uncle had done something with one of my cousins a few years before my sister was born. My grandma was the one who caught him and got him into therapy. Our dad said that our grandma made our uncle promise not to do it again in order for them not to report him. Our aunt, this specific uncle's wife, is also aware of this, but according to our dad, she said that our cousin had tempted him with how she dressed around the house. Our dad said that's why that specific cousin doesn't talk with the rest of the family. My mom apparently didn't know this, and they argued. She threatened divorce and a restraining order against his entire family if our dad doesn't only tell our uncle to back off, but also report him to the police. Our dad doesn't want to, and last I heard, he's calling our grandma. Sorry that this is a complete mess. I don't know what else to do, and I'm stressed out of my mind. My sister looks okay right now, though, so that's all that matters to me at the moment. It feels like my life is falling apart because of our uncle, and at this point, I'm starting to feel like beating him up is the only way to fix everything. I know that it's not, and that's irrational, but I'm just so angry. I also mentioned telling the police or counselors at school like you guys said, but she doesn't want to. She says she's embarrassed about it, and she said that they'd just blame her cause she let it go for 2 years. Even though I told her that she didn't do anything wrong and was just scared, she wouldn't budge. Some of OOP's comments. Commenter, do you have contact info for that estranged cousin? It might be helpful for your sister to speak to them about it. OOP, I met that cousin only once, and I was really young back then. I haven't heard anything about her since aside from the info that our dad shared. I'm thinking of trying to contact her, but I don't know how to do that. OOP replies to a longer comment. OOP, thank you. This calmed me down a little cause I've been tense since talking with our parents. I'm sorry if I sounded really mad in my post. I don't know if anyone other than my dad, aunt, and grandma know that our uncle is like that, but I don't want to risk telling any of them if they do. Update post 3. 3 days later, 4 from OG post. Sorry I haven't updated for a bit. A lot has been going on, and I've been a little out of my mind trying to remember everything, so I could put it down here. In short, my mom and dad are divorcing, and my mom brought me and my other siblings, including my sister, back to her parents' house for the time being until it goes through. My mom's parents are really old, but they're really fun, so my sister and other younger siblings like being here, even though everything's a big mess right now. Nothing too big has happened, but I want you guys to know that my mom signed my sister up for therapy. I told our mom about the fact my sister doesn't want to tell the police or anything, and our mom is planning on telling the police herself. Our mom is also trying to go through on the restraining order, but it's taking a while, so she's trying for a temporary one for now until she can file out a permanent one. Our mom and dad both worked full-time, but now that my mom is taking care of 5 kids by herself while working, she's been really stressed out and tired. Her parents help, but like I said, they're super old and can't really do much on their own. No information on our cousin at this point since our mom is super swamped. Sorry this isn't a good update. I don't know what's been going on with our dad and his side of the family, but our mom told us not to worry and that she'll handle it. Thank you again to everyone who took the time to read my posts and give me advice. I think I'd be pretty helpless without it, so thank you. This is just more of a life right now kind of update than anything too big. I'm not too sure what to write now since our mom is trying to handle everything on her own, so we'll edit this post if anything comes up. Update post 4. Over 3 weeks from first post. I'm sorry this took so long. Not a lot has actually happened, but considering I talk a lot in these posts, this will probably be long. I've been rereading all the comments and advice people gave me over and over again, so thank you again for taking the time to read my family's bullshit. Our mom and dad's divorce is still going through the system, so they're still legally together, but our mom's already gotten a good chunk of me and my siblings' stuff and brought it to her parents' house. Our dad tried calling our mom at first, but since she doesn't respond, he's been calling me. For the last few days, it's gone from him saying sorry to asking how I'm doing to getting mad that I said something. He says that it wasn't my business to meddle with adult business and that he, our grandma, and aunt had it under control. Our mom started taking my phone away after the call started, so that's one of the reasons I haven't updated for a while. Sorry again for that. Our cousin, the one our uncle also groomed, also called us through our mom's phone yesterday. She's older now, and she was really awkward when she started, but eventually talked about the stuff our uncle did to her at the time. When he started doing all of the stuff he did, my sister hadn't been born yet. She said that she cut off our dad's family after my sister was born because she found out that our dad had let our uncle meet her, saying that the fact our dad let him even be a part of their lives still disgusted her. She also said that she never reported him because she says that she would have relived everything, and though she didn't really go into detail, said that he did a lot more to her than how he was with my sister. This cousin is also our dad's other brother's kid. I should have said so a while ago, but didn't think it mattered much, sorry. For some lighter news, my sister's birthday is in a few days from now. She'll be 15. She says the therapist our mom got her is really nice, and though the lady is a little scary to her sometimes, she says that she's nice to her. I've also been learning to cook food that doesn't just use the microwave and putting my younger siblings to bed. They're all old enough to do it themselves to an extent, but I still help sometimes. My sister is also journaling too, but she mostly just draws anime in them lol. My other younger siblings are also having fun, and though they don't really understand what's happening, they know that, with our mom's explanation, our uncle did something really bad, and that our dad was okay with it, so that's why we aren't living at home anymore. Sorry this is so long. This was supposed to just be an edit, but I saw how long it was, and it would probably be a little annoying to read, so I just made it into a separate post. I'm also sorry if this is hard to follow. I'm typing this out at night, and I'm really tired, so sorry. OOP's only comment. Crafty Plant Cat Lady. Also, just want to throw out that your sister can always consider finding a different therapist who could be a better fit. It's always important to feel comfortable with therapists, trust instead of fear them, so that we can share more openly and find the support we need. OOP. My sister was scared of her at first. She says that she has a really serious face, but she's actually nice to her, but thanks for the advice.